The Podbreed Network is strictly for the small podcasts that are up and coming in the vast world of podcasting. Podbreed is made up of many diverse podcasts, coming together to achieve the same goal of being the best damn podcast network on the planet. Find out more at podbreed.com.
There are over 2 million podcasts, but how many of those can massage the mind, elevate the senses, take you to another plateau? Allow me to introduce you to Drea's Point of View, the 10-minute or less podcast that brings you observations and experiences from her perspective.
What's your favorite Bob Marley song? Growing up, my dad played his music a lot, and I was really too young to know much about him. All I knew is that he was about peace and had good music that made you feel good. A few months ago, I read about an exhibit that was going to be in Hollywood about him, so I thought I would share that with you. I'm Drea, the hostess of this female-hosted short-form podcast, Drea's Point of View. You can follow the show at Drea's Point of View on Clubhouse, Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. If you're in the Twitterverse, you can find me at Drea Point. So there was an exhibit that started a few months ago in Los Angeles, the One Love Experience. It actually got extended an extra month, so I'm glad I was able to check it out. You can get discounted tickets on Gold Star, one of the apps I suggested in a previous episode, for about $10. Or pay more if you want a poster included or a record. There are a lot of photo-worthy moments in this exhibit, such as the awards that he's won, a shirt that he wore, a guitar, some artwork of him from The Postman, which is an art duo which has their pieces displayed around the world. You can view their work at postmanart.com. There are many personal pictures of him and his family. I learned that he adopted 2 children when he was married to Rita. He actually wasn't the only one who had a cheat baby. That was news to me as well. There was a room of his family tree, so you get to see all of his children. In that same room, there is a One Love tree based on his song, and where you can write a message on a card and hang it on that tree. I didn't know about his love for football or American soccer. On one wall, there were different foundations that I was made aware of. There is a Bob Marley Foundation. It's given over 2,000 scholarships to children in need. It focuses on education, health, sports, culture, and healthcare. It was founded by his wife, Rita, in 1986. There is a Football is Freedom initiative, founded by his daughter, Cedella, I believe. It is the new women's football initiative aimed at providing tools and resources in an effort to grow and promote the sport for women in the Caribbean. Rita Marley had a foundation, Jamaica not-for-profit organization founded in 2014. Its operations are based on the principles of love and compassion and seeks to realize Dr. Marley's vision of eliminating poverty and discrimination against the disenfranchised, especially the elderly, women, and children. Urge is a foundation founded from his son, Ziggy Marley. There was also a music room, a quiet room. You can actually watch him in concert wearing headsets. There's so much to see. You can easily spend an hour or two in its experience. And it's just really I don't know. It's definitely an experience. It's not just your typical museum. So I suggest checking it out if you're ever in the Los Angeles area. Hopefully, they'll extend it just a little bit more because by the time this episode comes out, it may be gone. But check out on Instagram about the exhibit. On the way out, there was a gift store which sold masks, albums, hoodies, and posters. His music was actually playing throughout that experience, too. So you really get that vibe that you are in Jamaica. I actually did take advantage of another experience of him is this was when I went to Jamaica. He grew up in 9 Mile, where he was raised, and I got to see his neighborhood and the house where he grew up. I also got to go into his home and look at pictures of his mother, the dolls his mom collected, and I even saw a plate that I remember my grandmother used to have. There was also a chance where we got to see his final resting place along with his brother, who was buried underneath him. You don't get to see the actual coffins, but you actually get to go into the room, and you have to take your shoes off if you go into that room. His mom is buried in a building a few feet from him, and his grandparents not too far from there. Very, very surreal experiences. I'm glad I got a chance to check that out as well. My quote of the day comes from Bob Marley. Life is one big road with lots of signs. So when you riding through the ruts, don't complicate your mind. Flee from hate, mischief, and jealousy. Don't bury your thoughts. Put your vision to reality. Wake up and live. I'm not trying to change your point of view, but simply to listen to Drea's point of view. So don't forget to subscribe to this show so that you're not missing any of the multiple episodes that I have for you each week. Thanks so much for listening.
Thank you for listening to Drea's point of view. Remember to subscribe to this female-hosted podcast. Drea's point of view is now available on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.